Hello, this is Rob Tait, and welcome to Whiskey Wednesdays. Let's talk politics. Always a good idea. So today, we're actually sampling the Senator. So as almost all of my little whiskey hunting stories, this one has one as well. A good buddy of mine, Jake, who got to know me by bribing my friendship with a bottle of whiskey, and it worked, called me up and said, hey, listen, Argonaut is doing their ticketed event where if you buy an Argonaut bottle of selected premium spirits, then you get an additional entry for their Pappy Van Winkle and rare distributed whiskey selection. And I said, I'm in. That sounds fantastic. So I went down to Argonaut with them, and I bought every whiskey bottle that was Argonaut selected. So you can see right here. Argonaut selected. So I could get an extra entry into the Pappy Van Winkle. So this was one of the ones that I purchased. Never heard of the Senator before. Never really heard of this company before or anything like that. But I wanted an extra entry, and Argonaut usually has really good selectors. So I said, this sounds great. So here we are. We picked up the Senator. The Senator comes from a long line of political whiskeys. There's also the Ambassador as well. The Senator is the youngest of all of them. I think there's just the Ambassador and the Senator currently out, and they're doing another one that just came out or is about to, that's actually 12 years aged. And I'm just spacing on the name, probably because I've drinking too much Senator. And so it's aged 6 years, and it's one of those MGPs. What basically they are, so if you've ever read or tasted a bottle of whiskey or bourbon or any of such nature, that's like, we started our distillery 2 years ago, right? That's not enough time to do the entire process to bring grain to bottle. And so all of those companies typically buy their premium spirits from someone else at a certain stage of the process, then they bring it back home to wherever they're distilling and bottling from. They mix it with however they want to mix it and rebarrel it however they want to rebarrel it in order to make the taste that they're so after, right? And so, a lot of people were down on these companies a number of years ago. I think the purists were like, well, if you didn't cut the grain yourself and truck it over to, your granary and step on it and mash it all up yourself and then throw it in your pot distills and blah, 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 then you didn't really make it, right? Unfortunately, not only is that an extremely expensive process, you have to get investors or come from decent money to do that, but you also have to wait to find out if you even did okay at it, right? And so in comes these companies to help fill the gap and allow you to make your very own bottles just like these guys have. And I'd say that most of them that start off like that eventually grow into doing their entire own process, but it's kind of a way to, for lack of a better word, get your foot in the game. So anyway, let's jump into the Senator here. The Senator is actually from Proof and Woods. They're out of Connecticut. And I think they also have some operations in Kentucky. And they, just like Maker's Mark, they have this wax seal, which clearly is sealed up stronger than the capital is. All right, well, I'm about to do something unbecoming. Can I get it? All right, there we go. You know that we do this live and in one take because of stuff like that. So, comes in this wax sealed bottle. This one, all of their barrels come out somewhere between 106 and 112 proof. This one, I believe, is 107. Yep, 107.8. And I think the 0.8 will matter. Man, there's a lot of toffee up front. And then, like when you do an old fashioned and the guy's really, really good at like squirting the orange, that orange flavor really comes through, but it does kind of stay with you a while. I read that there's a little bit of like tobacco flavor, but I'm not feeling it. And a little bit of chocolate. But I feel more like a white chocolate than a milk chocolate or a dark chocolate. It is a little sweeter than I necessarily think it would be. But I'm just kind of still overcome by that orange peel. But all in all, really, really interesting bottle. It is a very unique taste. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just probably a lot like the Senate. I had expectations that it's consistently being tested. But still pretty good. I wouldn't trade it for any other government, for sure. Anyway, this is Rob Tait. Check out Argonaut, a local company here in town. If you happen to pick up a bottle of the Senator, I think I'd be more interested. The flavor profile is really good. I just think it's young. I'd be really interested to try their 12-year and see how those flavors, when aged a little bit better, really come through. But all in all, really, really good. Thanks so much, guys, for joining us for Whiskey Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed the Senator. We'll talk to you soon.